Hi folks, Harry, a reader of King here. So today's video is going to be my last video before I get a haircut, and I'm so excited. My barber opens on Thursday and my next video probably won't be until after that because I look like a rat. Can't wait to get my haircut. Also, another side note, I have turned off my fan to make this video because it's really loud. Right now in Cyprus it's about 36 degrees and it's roasting, so appreciate what I'm doing for you here. So today's video is going to be my long-awaited review of If It Bleeds by Stephen King. I finished this book the day that I unboxed it. So my last video, I actually filmed that the day I edited and uploaded it, which is quite good for me. Usually I film a video maybe 2 days before I upload it, but I actually got that video up on time, which is very good for me. And I unboxed If It Bleeds and it was just the best thing, it was just the best day of my life. And I finished it that day and it was so good. So I'm going to share my thoughts on this book right now. So If It Bleeds is Stephen King's newest book and it is a collection of 4 novellas. The first novella is Mr. Harrigan's Phone, and it is about a man and a teenager and their friendship. And the teenager buys this man an iPhone, and when this man dies, he buries the phone with him. And even though he is dead and buried in the ground with his phone, the phone still sends messages, and it's really creepy. I would give that one about 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed that. The next novella was The Life of Chuck. It's kind of a dystopian novella told in 3 acts, all in backwards order. So it starts with Act 3, then Act 2, then Act 1. And it's about the world just crumbling apart and this mysterious man called Chuck appearing on billboards all across the world. It's very strange. Actually, this was my favourite novella, and then after I finished If It Bleeds, I reconsidered, and it's actually my least favourite. I would give this about 3 stars. So it was still really, really good, but the other one's better. So the third novella in If It Bleeds is If It Bleeds. This is a direct sequel to The Outsider, which came out in 2018. So if you haven't read The Outsider, don't read If It Bleeds, the title story. You can still read the other ones. So it follows the character of Holly Gibney from the Mr. Mercedes trilogy and The Outsider, but it's nothing to do with Bill Hodges, nothing to do with Ralph. It's just Holly, and I really enjoyed that because I love Holly as a character. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but Holly's one of my favourite characters that Stephen King's ever written about. Holly's actually one of Stephen King's favourite characters to write about, which is really interesting because a lot of people don't like her character. It's a very fun read. So If It Bleeds, I would rate about, I'm going to say 4.5 stars. I'd say that was really, really good. So the fourth and last novella in If It Bleeds is called Rat. Kind of similar to what I'm looking like right now. It is about a writer, what a surprise, it's a Stephen King story, who has an idea for a novel, and he's never written a novel before successfully. He writes good short stories, but he has just come up with an idea for a novel, and he goes to this cabin and writes the book, and there's this rat that grants wishes. It's really weird, but weird Stephen King is my favourite Stephen King, I guess. So I really, really enjoyed that one. Okay, so overall, If It Bleeds as a collection, I would give 4 stars to. On Goodreads, I rated it 4. If I could, I'd rate it 4.5. Actually, yeah, 4.5 stars. I loved this. I didn't love this as much as The Institute, Stephen King's previous release, because that was just fantastic. I love The Institute. 4.5 stars. I absolutely love this book. So I would highly recommend you read this, but skip the title story if you haven't read The Outsider, and don't read The Outsider unless you've read the Bill Hodges trilogy, which is Mr. Mercedes, Finders Keepers and End of Watch, because you will get spoiled for all of them. Okay, so that was my review of 2020's If It Bleeds by Stephen King. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, comment below some video suggestions that you would like to see on this channel, subscribe to my channel for more Stephen King bookish videos. My Goodreads link is in the description below, as is my Instagram, and I will see you for another video. Bye!